Hello, Chag Sameach. Good moed. So it is Sukkot. It is the holiday of unity, of sitting in the sukkah, of shaking the four kinds all together, bringing it all home. And what struck me is the challenge that can come up of how to find that unity within our actual relationships with our husband, with our spouse. You know, it's easy to talk about it as a theoretical concept, like, oh, it's the holiday of unity, but practically, on Yontif, everybody in the house trying to decide where to go for Chol Hamoed trips, there can be a lot of challenges in these interpersonal relationships. So, two things struck me over the past few days of Yontif, which I wanted to share, which I feel can really bring light to our relationships. So the first one is we shake the lulav. Today we shook it for the third time. It's my favorite mitzvah. And we shake the four kinds because they're four different kinds. If they're four of the same kind, it doesn't work. And each of the four kinds represent a different strength, a different type of Jew. Some Jews have more strength in learning Torah, more of an intellectual, thoughtful type of person. Some have more strength in actions, in the good deeds, and getting the thing done. Some don't have strength in either. Some have strength in so many areas. That's the esrog. And it really feels like such a valuable lesson for us, seeing our husband as different from us. We might have certain strengths, and our husband may have different strengths, and that doesn't make it a bad thing. That makes it the mitzvah. We can do the mitzvah with all four different kinds. So just to lean into the differences between us and our husband and be curious about them rather than critical. And then I love how we take it all to our heart. And I was thinking about the heart message, which we talk about in relationships. How really to try to find and search for the heart message within our husband's ideas, within what they say, within what they contribute. Really bring it into our heart. We bring things that seem outside of us into our heart and see, okay, Hashem, this is here too. What could this be here for me? What's the message? And the third point, which I want to share, is we're celebrating Simchas Beis HaShoeva. And that's the celebration of the water. And it was the greatest celebration of all time. And the Alter Rebbe actually explains that usually they poured on the Mizbeach wine. And wine is tam, it has a taste. And it represents reasoning. It represents the way we think our life should be, the way we think we enjoy things, the way that's the wine. And it's a beautiful, powerful way of serving Hashem. They poured the wine on the Mizbeach most of the year. But on Sukkot, when they poured water, that was the greatest joy. Water represents something beyond reason, beyond what we think tastes good for us, beyond individual taste. It just is what is. It's not what we want, it's what is. Water satiates everybody if they're thirsty. There's no, I like water, I don't like water. Water satiates because water is what is. And I really just bless us all this holiday to lean into what is here, and maybe find the joy in that. Whether it's going to this trip or that trip, whether it's staying home, whether it's a small sukkah or a big sukkah, just lean in to what is, trusting that it all is part of Hashem, it all is okay, it all is meant to be, and that's the safety of the sukkah. That's the safety that we can feel, that we can build, that we can go into the sukkah and strengthen our muscles of trust that Hashem is always holding us, that we are always safe, that we are always surrounded by the waters of Hashem, and therefore we can always lean into joy. So l'chaim, Chag Sameach, and we're all in this together.